For nearly 100 years, the Chicago District Golf Association has stood for excellence in this extraordinary game of golf. Now the CDGA's magazine comes to life on TV. Chicago District Golfer celebrates the traditions of the past while connecting with the present. It's a golf show that is sure to inform and to have a little fun along the way. For what's important in Chicago golf, it's Chicago District Golfer TV.
On this edition of Chicago District Golfer, we'll relive the exciting Illinois Open Championship. It's time for a power surge courtesy of Top 100 teacher Jim Suttie. We'll cruise up to a place that's both a boating haven and a golf haven, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Club Champion's here to talk putter fitting. We'll show you how Mike Small and his University of Illinois program are living large. Plus, we'll take an amazing journey to the magical links of Ireland.
Chicago District Golfer TV is presented in part by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana BMW Centers, Wilson Golf, MB Financial Bank, Club Champion, and Athletico.
Hi, I'm Jill Carlson, and welcome to Chicago's premier golf show, Chicago District Golfer TV. The Glen Club in Glenview is the site of the 63rd Annual Illinois Open. This event always seems to produce dramatic finishes, and this year's no different. This three-round battle for state supremacy comes down to a two-man showdown. Recent Notre Dame graduate Max Skodro playing in his first Illinois Open, and 2010 champion Eric Meyerdurks from Wilmette. Skodro's a gritty, quick player who needs this putt for par on number 12. He cans the 15-footer to keep a one-stroke lead over Meyerdurks.
You had to stay patient. There are plenty of opportunities out on this golf course, especially if you drive it well, and you just kind of had to take your chances when you get them, and take your pars when you can make pars.
Meyerdurks recaptures the lead, though, and has a one-stroke advantage on 17. He displays wonderful touch on the chip and comes within inches of holing it out.
This is why you play. I mean, you want to put yourself in this situation and see what happens.
But it comes down to the 18th hole for all the marbles. With Meyerdurks safely in for his par, Skodro's in a must-make situation. He confidently rolls in the birdie putt for the tie and forcing a playoff.
Right before I hit the putt, I just was thinking, give it a good roll, and I thought I had a really good read on it. So I was like, give it a good roll and don't come up short. So I maybe gave it a little extra pace, but it went right in the center and banged the back of the cup, and I couldn't believe it.
I knew he was going to make it. He rolled it pretty confidently. So when he did that all day, he made some nice putts.
Both players impressively finish at 10 under par, setting up a three-hole playoff. The aggregate score determines the winner. These combatants each have eagle attempts on the first hole. Skodro's attempt is on line, but comes up just short. Meyerdurks, on a very similar line, slides it by the cup. Those are two tap-in birdies on the par 5. Each pars the difficult par 3 17th hole. After pars on the 18th, it's on to sudden death. Finally, on the 5th playoff hole, the 18th once again, Meyerdurks' drive ends up in the left rough, leading to a costly bogey.
For whatever reason, it should have been easier. The wind was off the right, and you could kind of just hang it out there and let it go. But the speed slot is on the left side of the hole, and I was planning on hitting a good one and putting it on the green and two-putting and just getting out of here. But I continued to hit it into the weeds, and it wasn't fun over there.
That leaves Skodro with the easy tap-in for par, etching his name on the coveted Illinois Open trophy.
I hope I can, live up to the great legacy of all those champions. It was such a good tournament. There's no doubt that it's going to give you a good champion every year, because to win this tournament you have to battle, and over 54 holes, or 59 in my case, you have to stay with it, you have to stay patient, and you have to play good golf. So it means a lot.
Earlier this summer, Skodro captured the Arizona State Open on his first try as well. He pocketed a cool $17,000 check for his Illinois Open triumph. After this short break, we'll get a tip from the man known as Doc, and we'll load up the clubs and take a quick trip over to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Speed, efficiency, traction. The 2012 BMW 3 Series with xDrive all-wheel drive. With 4 wheels gripping the road, there's no limit to where you can go. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. See your local BMW Center today for exceptional lease and finance offers.
Yo, Rick, man, there you are. Autographs, huh? One of the drawbacks of being a pro, right, brother?
Oh, so you're a pro now?
Well, technically, no, but ever since you've turned me on to these Wilson staff irons, my distance and accuracy have been off the charts, so I've been playing like one.
Oh, I bet the guys are going to start seeing it in Monday qualifiers.
Woohoo! Real Barnes burner there. Ooh, we got one coming up this week?
Seriously?
Seriously? Seriously.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Rolfing. From the moment I first arrived in Wales, I was surrounded by majestic castles, stunning coastline, and very friendly people. As for the golf, I was both surprised and wowed with the quality and beauty of the courses. And amazingly, they are more affordable and accessible than you can imagine. Remember, Wales is just 2 hours from London. Try Wales. Golf as it should be.
Hi, my name is Jim Suttie. I'm here at Cog Hill in Lamont, Illinois, where I teach golf every summer. And today I'm here to help you with your golf swing. Generally, one of the biggest errors I see amateurs make is they don't make a good shoulder turn, which creates an over-the-top motion. Let me kind of demonstrate what I see quite a bit of you out there doing. When you take the club back, you tend to tilt your shoulders and move your hips in this manner. That throws the club up in the air. So from that angle over here, you'll see kind of this type of motion, and then the downswing would start this way for you, and that's your typical over-the-top motion. So let me demonstrate what a good shoulder turn would look like. A good shoulder turn is going to look something like this. If I put the club on my shoulders, I'm just going to turn my left shoulder until it gets behind the golf ball. As you can see, it's right over the inside of my right foot like that. Again, turn my left shoulder behind the golf ball. So there, when I turn it, turn behind the ball, my club will now come down on the inside on the downswing so I can hit from inside out. To help demonstrate that and how you should move, I'm going to have Will Taylor come in, my assistant. Will, could you just go ahead and address the ball and let me point a couple of things out? Okay, Will's sitting over the ball, and we're just talking about shoulder turn here. So if I put this on his left shoulder like this, very visual. Now, Will, if you'd go ahead and turn, and I'll keep the club there. Can you see how his left shoulder moved and turned over the inside of his right leg? That would be a good shoulder turn.
Thanks, Doc. That's certainly a great tip to get a little power into your game. Jim Suttie can also be found inside this new read from Golf Magazine. The best instruction book ever features tips from the top 100 teachers, including Todd Sones, who's a frequent contributor to Chicago District Golfer TV. Lake Geneva, Wisconsin's always been known as the lake lovers and boaters' paradise. Thanks to an influx of some outstanding resorts, this destination's now becoming more and more a golfer's paradise.
The Ultimate Driving Tour is brought to you by BMW.
Geneva National came along in the mid-1990s and set the bar high with its first-class service in a comfortable Midwestern environment. Set along the shores of Lake Como, this resort community is enhanced by 3 championship courses designed by golf legends Lee Trevino, Gary Player, and Arnold Palmer.
Of the 3 that are out here, we kind of look at it as the toughest golf course out here. We've hosted numerous tournaments in the way of qualifying tournaments, U.S. Open qualifying. We've had the Futures Tour out here. We host numerous Wisconsin PGA events, and typically they're almost all hosted exclusively on Palmer. The greens have a little more slope than the other courses. The layout, the terrain is much more rolling in different areas. It just seems to be a real test.
The player course is the most popular at Geneva National, due in part to its picturesque setting. The layout features wetlands, big greens, and many challenging holes. The Trevino course is more of a country club design, and if you can move your ball left to right like Lee did, you'll surely be happy with your score.
It's 3 golf courses, but each one could stand on its own. So it's not like you come up and, oh, I want to play Palmer because the other 2 aren't so good. You can come up here, and if you play any of the 3, you walk off having a great golf experience. I mean, the golf course is tough, it's challenging, but playable, and each of them gives you a chance to play well.
On the other side of town lies Grand Geneva Resort. This hotel has everything. The golf is an enjoyable test led by the Brute. The name says it all. When it opened in 1968, it was one of the largest and longest in America.
Really is a golf course that was blown up about 25–30% over a normal course. All the features, there's so many hazards that come into play, but tee to green, it's just a magnificent course. I think with the elevations and the way they laid it out, Robert Bruce Harris was the designer. It's almost like a national park.
Grand Geneva's second course is the Highlands, one of the first courses designed by Pete Dye with Jack Nicklaus acting as consultant. In the 1990s, architect Bob Cupp gave the Highlands a facelift. If you like Target-style golf, you'll find this course a fun challenge.
It is a beautiful golf course, excellent championship resort course, very fair. It can play short, it can play long based on the handicap of the player. I think the main reason why it's very successful now is that you can get through the course in 4.5 hours. It's very fair and it plays really nicely, especially with our corporate charity outings and our membership play here. They actually love that golf course.
Lake Geneva has long been a summer retreat of many Chicagoans. Its close proximity to the Windy City is a big reason why.
It's a nice short drive. A lot of it's either freeway driving up either I-94 or coming up Highway 12, which is actually a nice route to go. It's very close. It's really completely different than the Chicago area, so it's a nice place to get away, but it's close enough so that you don't have to worry about travel times.
Lake Geneva is still the playground of Chicagoans, whether keeping cool on the beautiful lake or teeing it up at one of the gorgeous courses. Geneva National also partners with many hotels in the area, providing a variety of stay-and-play packages. Coming up next, we'll meet the man who steadily built the University of Illinois men's golf team into a national power. Stay with us.
Bowes Creek Country Club has set the standard for public courses with a private club field. This exquisite 18-hole championship layout offers the exclusive Member for a Day concept. Pay just one fee and you get unlimited golf with a cart and full use of the bent grass practice facility. Plus there's Porter's Pub, a casual English-style restaurant and bar that will complete your day the way you want to play. It's all here at beautiful Bowes Creek Country Club in Elgin, Illinois.
Padre,
what were you thinking coming up 18?
Well, I believe in
Nothing. My man has total trust in his new FG Tours.
Any more majors in your future?
Of
Absolutely.
course, he plays Wilson Staff, people. More majors won than any other iron brand. Next question.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever held a 5-iron up in a left-right wind coming down the stretch in a major?
Seriously?
Seriously.
Have an exceptional golf experience at Aldine Golf Club. Take a quick drive to Rockford to experience a fantastic round of golf on this championship course. Aldine Golf Club was voted one of the top 50 courses in the U.S. with greens fees under $50. Aldine was also recently selected as a host site for a 2014 U.S. Open sectional tournament. To book your tee time, visit aldinegolfclub.com.
Illinois, mile after magnificent mile.
What did tour level club fitting do for me? I've gained 5'10", at least 15 yards. I'm crushing it. Huge. Used to slice it. Duck hook, snap hook, every kind of hook.
Not anymore.
I hit every brand on the market. Mizuno, TaylorMade,
Titleist,
Ping, Callaway, Nike. I'm breaking 80 now. Look out, 70s. I'm approaching scratch. I only get fit at Club Champion.
Welcome back to Chicago District Golfer TV. University of Illinois men's coach Mike Small's a rarity. He plays across the state in IPGA events, and he's won the PGA National Club Pro 3 times. Plus, he's led the Fighting Illini to 4 straight Big Ten titles. Wilson Golf recently held an event at Naperville Country Club where Coach Small lent his expertise and wisdom to a group of Illinois high school golf coaches.
I enjoy being around the high school coaches. Like I said to them, they play a very, very important role in the game of golf. They get kids in their impressionable years when they're trying to decide what they want to do with their life and who they are. And if we can get them included in golf and get them excited about golf, that's great for the game.
Small played golf at the University of Illinois alongside another Illini success story, Steve Stricker. Check out this vintage picture from the 1980s. Nice. The Illinois native remains competitive, playing throughout the state and on a national level. When young men come to Illinois, they have the privilege of playing and practicing with this player coach who's participated in 10 major championships.
That's a big reason why I went to Illinois is how good he is and obviously how the experience he has in the game and how many different places he's played. I mean, he's played out here, he's played major championships, he's won the Club Pro 3 times now. He's a great player, and it's fun playing matches against him, and then just everything that he can teach us and has taught me in 4 years, it's very valuable to me.
When I recruit them, I say, hey, you know, if you become All-American or win the national championship, you did that. I didn't do it. If you win, go on tour and win on tour, you do that. It's your deal. We're here to help and assist you and give you the best chance and opportunity to be as good as you can be through facilities, schedule, education, coaching, equipment, whatever it is.
Small understands the game like few coaches can and knows that having a solid character is a big part of achieving success as well. Scott Langley took home the NCAA individual title for the Illini in 2010, and this year, Thomas Peters accomplished the feat at historic Riviera Country Club.
If he's not the best coach in America, I don't know who is. To win 4 Big Ten titles in a row, to have 2 NCAA champions in 4 years, and to have a team, in the Midwest be a legit top 10 team just about every year is spectacular. And he deserves all the credit. He's learned how to find the right kids.
It's been a good experience for all of us, I think, that they grow up, become good people, get a great degree, and then have a chance to play professional golf is what the idea is. Some of them may not want to, but to give them the chance and give them the opportunity to see how good they can be, and for me to play a part in that and to be a part of their lives is pretty neat.
Thanks to playing small ball, Illinois has become big time in the world of college golf. And Small has some great University of Illinois bloodlines. His dad captained the 1963 Big Ten champions, and his brother earned 4 varsity letters as a baseball player. Let's switch gears now and head over to the putting lab at Club Champion.
Hi, my name is Nick Sherburn with Club Champion Golf. In today's segment, we'll be talking about putter fitting. Putter fitting is very important, as putting does account for 40% of your strokes on the golf course. Many people don't think about putter fitting. They just grab the putter off the shelf and they go. Here in our putter fittings, we use the Science in Motion, or better known, SAM technology, for our putter fittings. What the SAM does is it uses ultrasound to measure 28 data points of the stroke to determine what putter is proper for you in your stroke. Some of the different points that the SAM is going to use is it's going to tell you, should you be a mallet? Should you be a blade? Should you have offset in your putter? Should you not have offset in your putter? What length putter you should be using? What loft and lie? What putter grip you should have? So if you are in the market for a new putter, I cannot stress enough how getting properly fitted on technology like the SAM can help your game. Having a putter that works with your stroke and not against your stroke will allow you to make more putts and be more confident on the greens.
Up next, we go green with a Lynx journey to Ireland and its unsurpassed beauty.
Every swing is unique. So is Swan Lake Resort.
Speed, efficiency, traction. The 2012 BMW 3 Series with X-Drive all-wheel drive. With 4 wheels gripping the road, there's no limit to where you can go. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. See your local BMW center today for exceptional lease and finance offers.
Some say the beauty of Eagle Ridge lies within the landscape of rolling hills and breathtaking elevation changes not seen anywhere else in Illinois, while others say the beauty rests in its 63 holes of championship golf, anchored by the highly acclaimed The General, and yet most will claim the beauty is in the serenity of its natural surroundings. But all are in agreement, the real beauty is that all of this is less than 3 hours from downtown Chicago. Beauty indeed.
In July, the Irish Open was held at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. The home course of Darren Clarke and Graham McDowell's just one of many link-style courses in the Emerald Isle. We sent our Dave Lockhart to find a pot of gold and some golf.
The first stop is County Sligo in the championship course at Ross's Point. Glorious views of the Irish countryside and true links can be found on this stellar layout designed by the immortal H.S. Colt.
The scenery is stunning, and you know, life is good. You're out there, you're hitting good golf shots in good competition, challenging shots. You miss some, you hit some. You couldn't but feel good about being alive and being out there.
The famous poet W.B. Yeats hails from Sligo and chose to be buried nearby. On the course, the stone tee markers feature the titles of some of his well-known poems. He wrote profoundly about this corner of the world and the land that Ross's Point graces. Not too far away lies Donegal Golf Club at Merva. The famous Irish architect Eddie Hackett gets the credit for orchestrating this links design that sits on an exposed peninsula of windswept land.
Well, the first thing you'll run into is the windy conditions. Quite a breeze normally blows around here. We have lots of bunkers, and it's a really typical links golf course. And as I say, in my opinion, it's a bit like a game of chess. You've got to be careful. You've got to play at one side, maybe down the right one hole, down the left the next hole, play short to one green, maybe get up to the back of another green. So it's a really good challenge.
By the way, when Hackett was commissioned to design Donegal, his fee was a mere £200. That's like $300 US. When you're touring the Emerald Isle, it's best to have an experienced tour guide and driver for the many windy roads where you have to drive on the left side. The quality of the golf, the warm and friendly people, 1/3 of all the links courses in the world, that's reason enough for me to love Ireland. And the hotels stack up pretty well too. From the Redcastle Golf and Spa Hotel along the idyllic Inishowen Peninsula to the hip 4-star Glass House Hotel in downtown Sligo, set right alongside the scenic Garavogue River. Next up is the 36-hole splendor of Rosapenna. One of golf's most iconic names, Old Tom Morris laid out the first course here in 1893. In fact, there's a cool statue of Old Tom keeping a watchful eye on his pure links. And 110 years later, through the work of modern machinery, architect Pat Ruddy created Sandy Hills Links. This scenic track rewards accuracy and smart play. What makes this facility complete is that you can stay right on the premises at the Grand Rosapenna Hotel.
I think we're quite unique in that most of the golf courses in Ireland, the golf resorts, would have parkland courses, whereas we're more similar to Turnberry of Scotland in that we have a 36-hole links facility and hotel on site, all owned and managed by the same company. So it means that our hotel residents and our green fees can play golf whenever they like and play either course. It's all totally geared towards the visiting golfer.
Our last stop was the most northern courses in Ireland with the 2 superb 18-hole tracks at Ballyliffin. The more casual Old Links course features wavy fairways and was recently refined by Nick Faldo. But the real thrill at Ballyliffin is playing the challenging Glashedy Links.
It's a bigger golf course. It's nearly 7,400 yards from the tips, and on a windy day you feel every yard. But certainly it is more dramatic in terms of the scenery because you are on higher ground. Obviously it's very well bunkered. We've recently rebunkered it with Pat Ruddy and made it a lot more visually impactful on the golfer.
The fescue blowing in the breeze, the rolling hills, the stunning views of the Atlantic really make for a magical feel. One that can only be found here on the unforgettable links of Ireland.
There are direct flights to Dublin and greens fees under $100. If you want more information on Ireland, be sure to pick up the fall travel issue of Chicago District Golfer magazine. Thanks so much for tuning in to Chicago District Golfer TV.
What did tour level club fitting do for me? I've gained 5'10", at least 15 yards. I'm crushing it. Huge. Used to slice it. Duck hook, snap hook, every kind of hook.
Not anymore.
I hit every brand on the market. Mizuno, TaylorMade,
Titleist,
Ping, Callaway, Nike. I'm breaking 80 now. Look out, 70s. I'm approaching scratch. I only get fit at Club Champion.
Hey guy, how's the game?
Yo, Streels, never better.
Looks like you are loving those Wilson Staff irons.
Longer and straighter, a real game changer, a real life changer. Not to mention, the best wingman I've ever had.
Seriously?
Ooh. Are these the new Wilson Staff CI11 irons?
Why, yes they are.
Do you want to play around?
Seriously.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Fellman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
If you're a golfer, then the Chicago District Golf Association has something for you. The CDGA is home to a state-of-the-art golf handicapping service, which allows golfers of all skill levels to compete on a level playing field. The CDGA sponsors and conducts more than 50 championships for amateurs, high and low handicappers, juniors, seniors, men and women. The CDGA is a leader in charitable causes that brings the game to those with special needs. The CDGA is truly for everyone who plays the game. Visit cdga.org for membership information and more.